Hello again and welcome to another edition of Suds and Country. Hi, I'm Herb Sudson. We're here at Fosterfields Living Historical Farm in Morris County, New Jersey, where we're going to take you on a tour as farm life was between 1880 and 1930s. Becky, what's behind us?
Well, we have our resident lambs and ewes. We've got 4 lambs that are about 3 weeks old, and we're expecting new lambs any day. So we have 4 ewes that are about 2 years old. The lambs itself are worth the price of admission. Our school children and our visitors love these animals.
This is the main attraction for the school kids?
One of the main attractions, that's right.
The kids are allowed or not allowed to touch the ewes?
We don't want them to go over the fences. If the lambs come up to them, they're more than, they can put their hands through. They've got to be very, very careful. The lambs might think they were getting fed and bite the fingers.
Okay, well this is the one of the main interests then for the kids.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Becky, what do we have?
What we have here is cream that we're trying to turn into butter. And this is one of the activities that we have here on the farm. And 100 years ago, the farm superintendent's wife had to churn 40 pounds of this a day because the Fosters had 15 milking cows. So we're letting everybody have the fun experience of trying to churn the cream into butter. And we've been working at it all day, and it hasn't churned yet.
Hold that for a second. Let me.
There you go.
Tell me what I'm doing here.
What you're doing is the paddle is taking and breaking up the fat molecules in the cream so it all congeals into yellow fat. That's what butter is. And it takes usually about 45 minutes to do it on a nice cold day. 45
minutes to do this
Yes.
Gallon container?
That's it. That's it. So you can imagine if this makes 1 pound of butter, you're making 40 pounds a day.
Well, they had a big churn.
Bigger one. But this was all to make money for the Foster farm.
Okay. Oh, they sold the butter.
They sold the butter. That's right.
How much milk did they get from those 15 cows? They had to use milk for the help too.
Yes, milk for the help, milk for the family up at the Willows, selling it down at the end of the road, selling it on the railroad line into Morristown.
Okay, interesting. Well, this is making butter. Interesting. Never made butter either. This is something new for me. All right, Becky, who's behind you?
Daphne, Delilah, and Dolly. 3 generations of Jersey cows.
Who's the grandma?
Grandmother, mother, daughter.
Who's expecting?
Mother.
Mother. Okay, grandmother's already had hers, huh?
That's right, in about 2 or 3 weeks.
Okay.
By June.
Okay. And you actually milk them here?
Yes, we milk one of them right in the barnyard. And we'll be doing that for public at 4 o'clock every afternoon.
Okay, and what do you do with the milk?
I make butter out of it.
Okay, that's the churning butter for the milk.
The cream rise to the top, skim the cream off, put it in the churn and churn.
Interesting. This is the back side of the barn we just saw. Pretty interesting. You were telling me as we were walking up to this building behind us that it was the entertainment capital of the place as far as Carolyn was concerned?
Yes. She called this her Temple of Abiding Peace, and she built it all by herself except for the stonework, the chimney, in about 4 years. And she was a very good carpenter. Her father wouldn't let her entertain in the Willows, which is the big house where she lived. So she used this for tea parties, lunches, dinners, and to have her friends come in, and to read. It's just a way of getting away from the rest of the house. We restored it about 2 years ago and had it open to the public.
Okay.
So it's restored. Everything in it is just about original.
Okay. Tell us what the Willows is behind us. We're sitting on a veranda.
Well, the Willows is the house that was built by Joseph Warren Revere, and the Fosters bought it after it was because Mr. Revere couldn't keep it up any longer. So we are sitting on what is called the Willows, and people think that the Reveres call the farm the Willows, but when the Fosters purchased it, they call it Fosterfield.
Oh, the Willows was actually a Revere term.
Yeah, this is what the literature seems to indicate.
Now, Revere was related to Paul Revere.
Grandson. He was Joseph Warren Revere was Paul Revere's grandson. Very, very interesting and unique person.
All right, we're going to wrap up this edition of Suds and Country. What you can see behind us, Becky, is the farmstead. This would be the view that the Fosters had from the Willows, from the house, from their living quarters. pretty interesting, Becky.
Oh, it's beautiful. And I think that's one of the reasons Miss Foster lived to 102. She had a beautiful view, and she ate all that butter.
So it's not too bad for you, not too bad for you. Becky, thank you for being such a gracious host.
Thank you very much. We've enjoyed having you.
We're here at Fosterfields Living Historical Farm in Morris County, New Jersey. It's a great place to visit.